What's up, folks? This is Panama Steve with Pacific Vibe Studios, and we're out here with Jisek, a very talented artist, on Story Road, in this beautiful event that One Culture put together. Welcome, Jisek. Man, can you explain this beautiful piece that you are almost finished with?
What's his name? The curator of One Culture. He told me like, "Yo, we need a character that kids could actually like appreciate and no letters." So I thought about like growing up in the East Side when I was younger. Like I always chased the paletero man. He saved summer, you know.
Yeah.
And I know some kids haven't like experienced that because nowadays you don't let kids outside, you know. So I thought this would be a cool piece to show that what I grew up with and like what I saw and the dude with the high socks with the loafers. It's like so East Side, so San Jose.
And tell me this, who inspired you, bro?
The PTV crew. It's a crew that all just characters and a lot of different personalities in that crew, and that's how I grew up watching or seeing in the internet. And I always wanted to be in that crew, and yeah, I end up being friends with a couple folks and pulled me through that group, and yeah.
No, it's a family thing.
Yeah, it's a family thing. Yeah, it's not like a bunch of young cats. It's more like older cats that like to paint.
So where can we go and appreciate some of this work? Do you have other pieces and murals in other places?
I mostly do illegal. Yeah, It's mostly on the freeways or like big walls. I usually do letters like Gysek, Jisek, but this is my character. Like something when I'm bored of doing letters, I have something to fall back on and to just like.
Hey, Jiggle. Hey, can I use your phone real quick, bro? Oh.
Yeah, I always fall back on something where I have no. There's no.
Is that a canvas?
Let's go.
Oh, you did? No.
Yeah, your attention to detail is crazy. I was actually watching you do this.
I'm trying to throw up the friends that couldn't come out or that doesn't paint as much. Just throw them up.
Yeah, no, good. Go, okay, bro.
Yeah, letters is fun and all, but when you get to characters, it's kind of you have more freedom versus you're
limited with the letters, right?
But letters you could do a lot of things with it. Just the characters you can have more freedom with it.
So would you say this one's more paletero inspired, or is it the character on the side?
Yeah, more paletero, and then the East Side with I grew up actually like that, like with the high socks. But I was a Filipino cat. I was growing up in the East Side,
Yeah.
And I only wanted to do something that represents what I was growing up with.
Yeah, the Cholo influence.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's an absolute beautiful piece, and I love the fusion that you got going on. You got the monster with the paleta, and it's awesome. Like you really captured the East Side right here.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Jisek.
Thank you.
Yeah, and keep it cracking, man.
Oh yeah.
What's up, folks? This is Panama Steve with Pacific Vibe Studios, and today we have Vogue with a very beautiful piece of art. Welcome, and
Thank you.
I want to give you huge props on this beautiful piece that you have here, and I would love for you to explain a little bit of what inspired you to paint this beautiful piece.
It's kind of last minute, but once Andrew from One Culture involved me in it, and he said it was near King and Story. I mean, I grew up, even though I'm not from San Jose, I'm from the East Bay, and I would come out almost every Saturday and Sunday and go cruising. So
What years are we talking about?
we're talking late 80s.
Nice.
Yeah, early 90s.
Okay.
I was cruising hard, the mini truck days and stuff like that. And I had a Suzuki Samurai, and then I had Impalas and stuff like that. So I used to go to all the car shows. And so when those words, King and Story, come about, I only really think of lowriding,
Yes, no problem.
And So that's kind of how like I based it. You know, we're on the east side. It's kind of like the side that nobody really wants to talk about, you know, but that's like my shit. That's my hood.
Right.
That's like where I grew up with, you know, and I have a lot of friends that are from the east side, and you know, I've did graffiti all my life, pretty much for like 40 years now. So it was just one of the easy things for me to come up with, like something that's going to inspire the community, something that's going to reflect. It's like kids that grow up, they're not going to ride Porsches and Lamborghinis and stuff like that. What they see is what they'll probably graduate to, and so like I got like the mothership, like the '59 Impala, so it's like one of the hardest cars to get, you know.
Right.
Convertible
awesome,
at that.
dude.
Thank you. So I think that's where I started with it, and then I knew I was in a tricky neighborhood where, you know, we could, like, so I was like, I can't paint a red one, I can't paint a blue one, so I was like, we're going to go with teal for the shark
neutral.
side.
There you go.
Well, shark side, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like
Sharks all day.
Yeah. So there, yeah. So it was an easy. Once I came up with those few things, it was just a matter of like compiling everything and making sure I had the right stuff to complete it, you know. And unfortunately, we're not going to probably be able to complete it today.
That's a whole other story.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, who inspired you?
Well, I'm a first generation graph writer in the West Coast, so it was all East Coast. Documentary style wars is what kind of got me into it. So then I was on a constant search of like jumping on like transportation, like public transportation, to find other people like-minded or that were painting in my youth. So, you know, and I still have friends like even here in the South Bay that I've hooked up with that are like, we're crewmates, and we've been friends for the whole time I've been doing this, like 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah, still doing it, you know.
And you're doing a beautiful job, brother.
Thank you.
This is a beautiful piece, and I was going to talk a little bit about it, but you mentioned it's the '59 convertible drop top. You know,
Yeah.
Got the east side blasted on the what do you call it? The
Continental
the
kit.
Continental kit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful piece, man, and I give you big props and would love to see your work in the future. Where can we see some of your work?
I have a work in progress website, and that's voguesworld.com, and then I have Vogue_TDK for my Instagram and stuff like that.
Well, I'm definitely going to be linking up with you on that.
Yeah.
All right, brother. It was a pleasure.
Yes.
Big props.
Right on.
Keep it going, man.
Right on. Cool.
That was cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let me get your Instagram before
Yeah.
See, I'm getting calls. My buddy's car was like right there where the shit went down.
Ah, fuck.
You believe that? Sorry, your name one more time.
Jacob.
Jacob? Okay. What's up, folks? This is Panama Steve right here, Pacific Vibe Studios, and I'm introducing Jacob, a very talented artist, and he is going to explain a little bit about his piece. And before we kick it off, I want you to introduce yourself, and I want you to explain a little bit about this beautiful piece that you've done today.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So yeah, my name is Jacob, aka Always Hungry. My artist name, and also a saying I go by. Whatever you do in life, you got to be hungry at it. And my main kind of signature with my art is to have the heads stacking on top of each other to represent always growing and elevating yourself.
Beautiful.
It's that next level. So I want to have a strong, positive message with my art, and something that, you know, that's eye-catching, where you could just tell it's my style without, you know, leaving a signature. But yeah, today I did this Aztec piece with the multiple heads going sideways. Majority of the time I do it stacking on top, but this one I wanted to do over 3 different variations of the Aztecs, showing that no matter what, throughout time, that we're still the same people with the same blood, and that even though all these buildings and all this stuff is here and stuff's changing constantly, that, you know, that we're still, you know, that our same people, and then we still stick to our roots. And it's just basically just giving back to the community, because, you know, a majority of around here is, you know, Mexican, American and stuff like that. So I thought, what better way than to give back to the community than to, you know, look more into our culture and then to paint something that's more meaningful.
Beautiful, something for us, right?
Yeah, something for us, you
Right.
know, something we can sit back and enjoy. When you look at it, it just gives you that good feeling. And I feel like that's what's the beauty and so strong with the power of art, man. Just by looking at it, it makes you feel a certain type of way. It gives off a certain type of good vibe and feeling, and that's what we need more in the city, you know?
So who inspired you?
My older brother, so he's actually an artist too. We're only a year apart. You know, started with the graffiti background and stuff like that, but wanted to do more of like a legal way to try to get known. You know what I mean? Rather than, you know, getting
On the streets, the street famer.
and, you know, getting in trouble, locked up. You know what I mean? I had friends done that. So wanted to go their route and then also show my nieces and nephews too that there's a different way where if you're really passionate and committed to something, you can really make something out of nothing. And eventually, you know, get paid for your skills, you know?
Listen to that, youngsters. All right? You can do anything you put your mind to.
Yeah, man.
And this is proof right here.
Just got passionate for it. I've been doing this for like 10 years.
Wow.
So, and then within the last year or two is when it really started to take off.
So where can others go and appreciate your art? Where can we see you?
I've been having a couple different murals here in San Jose. One off of Alum Rock, one off of North and 19th Street.
Let me find out you newscasting over here with the microphone attached to your...
Yes, sir.
No, it's all good, brother. It's natural. Go ahead.
That's what's gonna make the interview more better, right?
Yeah,
Organic.
no, that's a viral moment right there. We couldn't ask for more. So, where can we see you? You're saying the locations that your other murals are at?
Yeah. So one off of Alum Rock Freeway, one off of McKee and Jackson, the little mom and pop pizza shop right there, and then the one on North and 19th Street.
Wow. And is there a certain kind of paint that you prefer to use?
Spray paint and acrylic.
Just like a new way.
Well, we're on live right now.
See, the organic is real, bro. This is what people don't realize.
All right, so tell me this: are there certain name brands that you use that you prefer to use because they're a little cleaner? Or whatever?
I like to stick to more like the 94 Montana cans.
Nice.
I feel like there's more like the low pressure. It fits more, especially with like the various different works I do. Gives it more of like the can control and get to form out what I really wanted, you know.
And what
put
about
out
the
there.
caps? They're all
Oh yeah, different, like preferably like, you know, like skinny caps, you know what I
right.
mean?
Oh,
Fatter
that's
caps
awesome.
for the fills, you know what I mean? But
And so, like, I know you've explained yourself a lot, but I got one more question.
yeah, for sure.
Like, why? What drives you? Obviously, you said your brother inspired you.
Yeah.
But
what else
this
drives
is,
me?
Yeah, this is a beautiful art, and what you're passionate. You know, obviously, you know, you're not. You know, you like to be in a different. You know, I could only imagine you know, on different platforms.
Right,
you know,
right.
All of these different things that come with being an artist, but
Yeah.
you know, what keeps you going? This is a beautiful, you know, art on top of, you know, just the whole lifestyle is what I'm trying to ask.
So not only the positive aspect drives me, but there's been a lot of times where like I've been like, you know, like depressed or like going through at it or just, you know, dark times when like families pass away. And it's so easy to kind of like get stuck in that kind of that lane where you just don't want to do stuff and it gets to you. Maybe we're all human, but there's something within that kind of pain where you feel where you want to change it even more into like more like waking up the beast inside all of us.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why I keep telling myself always hungry. Like, can't be lazy, man. Like each day you got to treat it like your last, and like whatever you do, you got to go 10 times more harder. And I feel like a lot of the times when like people make it at a certain point, they're just not, that hunger's gone. You know, not just with art, with like music too, when just like everything. When people make it to a certain level, they're not the same. That's why when people who make it before that, they're like, man, why were they so dope back then? You know what I mean? But when they made it, the style changed. You know what I mean? They weren't the same.
Their hunger changed.
Their hunger changed.
Right.
Oh, I made enough money. I don't need to go as hard or have enough passion for it. Just like, nah,
So
man.
for you, it's almost, if I understand correctly, more therapeutic. Like this is
very,
something
very therapeutic, man.
that you need to get off regardless on the
Yeah, and if
situation.
anything, it's kind of been more on that side versus the aspiring side, which I like too. You know what I mean? Like it helps fuel me every day. And meeting great people like yourself too, man.
Absolute
Keeps
pleasure,
you going that
brother.
much harder,
Yeah.
you know?
Big props, brother.
Yes,
Keep it
sir.
going.
Yes, sir.
And I'm definitely looking forward to
Hell
seeing your
yeah,
art.
man. Much love, bro.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
your time, man. Thank you
Bless
for
up,
having me.
brother. For
Yes,
sure.
sir.
You know what it is. Go check them out. Tell them your IG or your handle or how they can see
At
you.
always Hungary, Hit me up on IG. Yeah, doing customs all day.